got little bitty bird legs. I was told I did not count because I was skinny.
My big breasts. And I need to change my weight. My waist not being small enough.
To be my forehead. I was serious about forehead. I thought insecurities that probably didn't make me feel beautiful.
I guess I could say that I felt that way sometimes as a child because we were very poor.
My skinny legs. I've got little bitty bird legs. If you notice, you will never see me in a short skirt. I was so happy when the thigh-high boots came out to like cover up the legs. So yeah, I'll rock it, but it's like very specific in how I'll do it. So that's like least favorite.
It used to be my forehead. I was serious about forehead. I thought it was pretty big, but when I saw Sade and people love Sade's forehead, I'm like, I'm with that. I got that.
My least favorite thing about myself is my big breasts and my waist not being small enough.
What I eat, if that makes any sense. You know, it's like, I don't have any like least favorite things, so I have to pick something that's very realistic here. So I could eat better. I eat like really good and then I screw it up and eat like really bad. So maybe that's a good thing and it's balanced, but in reality, I could do better with what I eat.
Men like big asses, they like big legs, they like big breasts. I mean, that's what I grew up thinking. I grew up in the South. That's what men liked, and I knew that I was not cute because I didn't have that.
I think men like, physically, I'm with Nikki, probably the big butt, big boobs, skinny waist. Not too skinny waist, but I think mentally, I think they like funny women at the end of the day. Someone that makes them laugh.
Everything that I'm not. Light skin, long hair, thin. But I also believe they like confidence.
A whole lot more than that because men are very, can I say superficial? Yeah, I think I can. I think I can because they are really, they're very visual creatures. They don't always know what they want. And so they're very attracted to how a woman looks on the outside first.
Brown, tall, natural, confident.
Beautiful is.
I think you determine what beautiful is and how beautiful you are.
Has anyone ever told me anything that made me feel like I was less than beautiful? I would say no. And I say that very confident about that response because even as a child, I wasn't picked on, I wasn't called, you know, names. People didn't tease me about the clothes that I wore because I have very good friends. I guess I was blessed for that. But no one has ever said anything to me that made me feel like I wasn't beautiful. I think the one thing that I really would like to say is that I was much more beautiful than even I realized at the time. Because when you're in that space sometimes, being young, being a teenager, growing into being a woman, sometimes you don't always see exactly how beautiful you are. You just think that, you know, oh, I'm just average, I'm this, I'm that. But I was quite beautiful when I was young and actually quite sexy too. I have my swimsuit pictures in high school. So there's nothing wrong with confidence. But be confident. I love it. I love it.
It's grown to include a lot more. I know that I was not allowed to think that big nappy hair was beautiful back in the 70s and 80s, but it's beautiful today. So I'm glad that we're embracing that as a culture and a society.
I think it went from physical to mental to, you know, all about what you think of yourself more than it is what you know about yourself.
Well, I guess I could say that I felt that way sometimes as a child because we were very poor. We didn't have a lot of money. I grew up in New Orleans, and the one thing we always had was food, clothing, and shelter. But a lot of my clothes came from hand-me-downs from white people that my great aunt actually worked for. So I wasn't very happy about what I had to wear, so that kind of affected my self-esteem. But on the other hand, I went to the best public school that you could possibly go to. So that really helped me become more confident in who I was at that time. But now, no problem. My perception about beauty over the years has grown, I would say, in a very positive aspect. Writing about relationships, writing about women, writing about sex, writing about so many different things. I just realized that there's so many levels of beauty, and I also realized that a lot of us don't realize what we have on the inside. So, you know, beauty to me is being strong, it's being confident, it is knowing who you are, it's not being afraid to show up, and it's not being afraid to show out. It's okay to show out. I don't mind showing out, you know, but it's in a very confident way. It's not in a boisterous way. It's not being loud. It's just when you walk into a room, everyone should know that you're there, even if you haven't spoken a word. So my idea of beauty has definitely grown over the years.
Yeah, of course. It's when I was younger. I think I grew up in the wrong place. I was told I was not cute. I was told I did not count because I was skinny. She's cute, but she's skinny because, you know, she doesn't count.
Not really. No.
Beauty has changed over the years. When I was growing up, I felt that I wasn't cute because I like to eat and I always was a little bit more curvy than others. And so the older I've gotten, especially the more that I've come into my womanness and into my 30s and now into my mid-30s, I feel that my perception of beauty has changed because I'm more confident within me and who I am. So I just step forth in that. And that's confidence and self-assured and bald and brown.
There was a lot of stuff. I think that was the big one though. That somehow you're skinny, so you're not as cute as you think you are. That whole thing was there. And the other thing might have been you're light skinned, so we're not going to tell you that you're cute, so it won't go to your head. And the other one I heard is you're light skinned, so you're not a real woman. I've heard that one too. So people will put their perceptions on you, and I just had to get those perceptions off, and kind of get past that.
Family, friends, feeling love, or having someone to love.
Or what influenced that?
Society influenced that. Men and their acceptance influenced the fact that I felt that I wasn't beautiful at times because of what society has deemed as beautiful, being a smaller body frame, a lighter complexion, longer hair. Like I said in the beginning, everything that I wasn't. Men, they've influenced that. But the older I got, I just started to say, fuck it.
Gee, it all goes back to the same thing now, doesn't it? I just always have this thing where even as we go into 2011, it's like, oh, I've got to gain that 10 pounds again. So it just hit me this year. It's like, wait a minute, what are we gaining 10 pounds for again? So I always think that I have to do something to make my body look different to really be all the way attractive.
Probably when I was younger, it was insecurities that probably didn't make me feel beautiful. But as I got older, like I said, knowing and appreciating who I'm around and who I influence, that's pretty much it. Other than that, I think I'm beautiful.
I still believe, and I struggle with this daily, that I need to change my weight, and my waist needs to be smaller.
Yes. Because number one, I never tell my daughter you can't. I never tell my daughter that there's anything wrong with her hair, that it needs to be fixed somehow. I don't tell her those things that were told to me. So I certainly look at her and see that she's beautiful and perfect. So when you have a child and you look and see how wonderful they are, it slowly occurs to you that if you created this, then that's you. That's you. If this person is beautiful and perfect the way they are, then I'm beautiful and perfect the way that I am too. Yeah, why not? I'm beautiful. Was that convincing? I am beautiful.
I think I'm beautiful.
Hell yeah. Like, why not? You know, I'm a size 12, 14. I'm about 5'11" in heels because I wear 6 inches. Does it make me 5'11"? 5'11" was 6 feet in heels, and curvy in all the right places. So yeah, I believe I'm beautiful. I'm beautiful.
I am definitely beautiful. Just say, I am beautiful.
They're not gone. I struggle with them almost daily. Almost daily. I'm a very conscious person about my appearance. So, and I think because of the influences that are in society, and then it makes me more self-conscious about how I carry myself, or what I have on, or what I'm wearing, or what I feel like that day. So I don't think that the preconceived notions are gone. It's just I'm in a different place as a woman to where I choose to accept it or not.
When did I know without a doubt that I was beautiful? I don't really feel like, let me see, that's a very good question, because I really have to think about that for a moment. Without a doubt is the part that comes to mind, and trying to realize that I was always fun, I was always flirtatious, I always had a lot of things going on, but I can't really pinpoint an exact time of saying when did I know without a doubt, but I do know without a doubt that I am. And perhaps maybe it goes back to when I started responding to men in such a way that said, I'm a very confident woman. And I'll give you an example. There was one guy that I was just getting to know, not really dating, and I could tell he had issues with me because he said, you think you're all that. And my response to him was, no, you think I'm all that? I know I'm all that. And so from that point on, I didn't communicate with him anymore, because when people show signs of jealousy toward women, especially men, I really have this issue with men showing jealousy toward women. When they start to show that, that's when a woman really needs to speak up and speak out about who she is. You don't have to shrink. You don't have to pretend that you're less. You don't have to accept any criticism or negativity. And you don't have to put yourself in that position to actually deal with that person any further. It's like once a person shows that, you know, they're not into you, it's fine just to know without a doubt that you're beautiful and just keep it moving.